Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the first Shop My Stash of the year. And of course, like always, I've made a few changes to the way I'm going to be doing this type of video. I have decided I'm actually going to start doing them every 2 weeks. I've been getting really bored of the products probably around the 2 weeks mark, and I just think that kind of speeding it up and rotating the products out more frequently will help with that boredom and will help me reach for them a little bit more. I don't want to drag this intro on forever, so we are going to start by going through the old bag. So I'm going to start by telling you the things that are going to be staying in the bag, and this month it is actually not that many. This month the products staying in the bag are just my eyebrow stuff. This is my Patrick Ta tinted brow wax and my under eye corrector, which is my Becca under eye brightening corrector. Going back into my stash, we have the In Beauty Project Power Up Dual Face Setting Mist, and I actually use this up, so this will be going into my empties. My Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I use this almost every single day to set my eyelid primer, and I made really amazing progress on this, but it's time to bring something else in. My LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation, the longest name in the world. This is a little bit too dark on me, so I had to mix it with my LA Girl White Foundation, but I feel like I got a pretty good amount of use out of this. And honestly, that I should probably declutter because it's super old, but I'm not gonna. Then we have the Benefit Professional Pore Primer, and this doesn't really have an effect on me. It doesn't really do that much for me. From my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Mini, I was using the all over face setting powder and the bronzer. I enjoy both, and I actually feel like there's not a dip going on in the setting powder, but I definitely flattened the bump quite a bit on that one. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base, I really loved this as an eyelid primer, so I'm excited for when I get to bring that back in again. The Milk Makeup Highlight in the shade Lit, I actually used so much of this. This is all that is left, and I'm very happy that I got that much use out of it. I totally forgot that my NYX Glitter Primer is also going to be staying in the bag. I used this lipstick a lot more than I thought that I was going to. This mascara I actually used a lot more than I thought I was going to as well. This blush, I honestly am not the biggest fan of this blush, but I do want to use it up because it is, I guess it's pretty. It's just super sheer on my cheeks, and the color doesn't like pop as much as I like my blush to. This Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner actually turned out to be a lot more versatile than I thought it was going to be. I feel like I completely forgot that this eyeliner was in here, and I barely used it. And then this concealer has now been in here for 2 months, and it's almost gone, which I'm very excited about. I also forgot keeping my little lip balm in this bag. This lip gloss has also been in here for 2 months now, and it is pretty low as well. And then the Seraphine Botanicals Luna Liner. Again, this is okay, not my favorite. I prefer a brush tip liner. And then we have the NYX Whipped Wonderland eyeshadow in the shade Sweet Tooth. This was my one and done shadow for the month, and I did enjoy it. I thought it was really pretty. And then I had the JD Glow Single Shadow in the shade Fairy Acid, and I didn't use this a whole lot either, but the few times that I did use it, I loved it. So now we're going to talk about what is going into the bag this month. So to start off, we have a new eye primer going in, and this is the Alamar Cosmetics Pero Primero Primer, and I actually used this for the first time today, and I think I'm really going to like this primer. And I'm going to stick with not putting a eyeshadow palette in there, but the single shadow that's going to be in my Shop My Stash is the Kristen Leigh Cosmetics Single in the shade Dewdrops. It is this really gorgeous blue to gold duochrome. It's obviously what's on my eyes right now. And then I do have a one and done going in there as well, and that is the Marc Jacobs See-Quins Glam Glitter Eyeshadow in the shade Flashlight. It is basically just like a pure white shimmer shade, and I have that on top of the shade Dewdrops as well. Then I have 2 eyeliners going in. The first one is the NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick in the shade Pitch Black, and I have that smudged out on my eyes. And then I have the Sugar Cosmetics Stroke of Genius Heavy Duty Kohl in the shade Purple Rain, and I have that in my waterline. Then we already talked about my eyebrow product that's going in the bag. And then the mascara that I have is actually this little mini. This is the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara, and I actually have 2 of these little samples. So if and when I use this up, I'm just going to get the second one and throw it in here. For primer, I have the Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Radiance Primer, and this is basically a glowy SPF. It has SPF 35 in it, and it's just this little tiny sample, so I would love to be able to use this up. For foundation, I have my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. This is not my absolute favorite foundation in the world. I do think it gives a very pretty effect, but I have to be very careful how I apply it. If I over apply, it ends up looking super dry, and I have to apply it with a sponge or else it will also end up looking super dry. And then for my concealer, I have the oldest concealer in my collection probably. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. I've had this for forever. It is almost gone, and I would love to be able to use it up. And then I also have a very old powder in my collection that, as you can see, is almost gone. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and again, would love to use this up. And then we have a newer pressed powder to me. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh pressed powder in the shade Translucent. We have my Benefit Hoola bronzer, which I don't think will ever die, to be honest. And then one of the newest blushes to my collection, the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Nude Flush. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this yet, so I'm hoping I can kind of solidify my opinion on it throughout the next 2 weeks. And then I have one of my favorite highlighter formulas, which is the AOA Studio Velour Highlighter. I have the shade Sometimes, and it is just such a beautiful highlight. And then bringing in a new setting spray, this is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. And then for lips, we have this kind of red lip combo. So I have my NYX Slide On Glide On lip liner in the shade Red Tape, and then I have the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Love Life, which I actually kind of love this burnt orangey red lipstick. And then for gloss, we have the Pat McGrath Labs Mini Opulist gloss in the shade Naked Rose. So that is everything going into my bag this month. And now we will get into the makeup look where I used all these products on my face. Is it for this video. If you did enjoy it, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and hopefully subscribe before you go, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.